Okay. So yeah, I think I think I might be clipping on my voice a little bit. Let me know. All right, so I'm doing. Yeah, I sound terrible right now. Let me get some feedback on the voice. Gain might be too high. Am I clipping it all? So I'm doing another test here, as the title says. Where I came, I stream testing out 1080p, and now trying 2160p, which is actually 4K. I guess I didn't know that. Um, does that make sense? Anyways, like there was a couple different things that I had to do in the app. So for one, usually my phone is charging and it says 4K streaming uh, not allowed or something like that to that effect while it's charging. So I had to unplug the charger. I think the battery drains quite a bit when I'm live streaming and I have all these different things connected. So that's why I usually keep plugged in. So I had to unplug that, and then so I went to go live, and then the app said, "Okay, beware of heat when streaming in 4K." So, so like, yeah, man. So I already got the fan on here. I don't usually start. I keep the fan here, right? I keep the fan on here, but I don't usually turn it on until my phone starts to lose battery life because it even loses battery life while it's on the charger while I'm streaming. So it starts to burn out, and then I turn the fan. So okay, who we got in here? Lavray Gitko, what's good, man? Thank you for the feedback. So I'm just gonna be in here sample chopping. We can chat. We can chat. Excuse me. So this is just really kind of doing a test like last one, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to be more efficient and like kind of consolidate what I'm doing in the streams in order to streamline. That's the word. HP7 vlogs was good. So I'm trying to streamline everything so that I can be like, like a big time YouTuber. You know, the ones that usually you'll see them stream these big long streams, and with and then they'll extract like videos from that. So that's my idea is just to like segment everything within a stream. At least at least I'm trying to test that idea out, see how it goes, so that I can, like I said, streamline. Just do everything in one sitting. So I don't have to sit here if I'm trying to record a video. Your tablet's right behind you, right there. I put it on the charger. What happened to your other tablet you're listening to? You're watching. Okay, just wait a second. So yeah, so usually I gotta make a choice whether I want to do a stream with my time or I sit down and make a video. This way I can do both. I can like connect and chat with y'all, and then kind of make it casual. But within that whole casual stream, there are some like outline video ideas that I can throw together, and then later I can like you know uh, download the stream and then cut it up and stuff, and maybe I can get more than one video out of that. So seems most like the most efficient thing for me to do if I want to try to make this full time, because one thing I know in my mind, I feel like I can do it, but I'm busy. I got a big family and I got a job and all that, so I go to my job, which is full time. So my thought process is now is like I really believe I can do it, but the only way to to get to full time is if I can go full time. You see that like that little dilemma there. Um, that paradox is like I could go full time if I had full time to put into it. You know what I mean? So which I don't really see happening unless I make a stop. I probably gotta take a step back and like make a business plan and get a loan out and that kind of thing. And I've thought about that, but if I can kind of slowly chip away at streamlining everything, um, then I can be more efficient and be more productive. So, like, if I can get to a point where I'm still working my job, but I can like upload daily, Yeah, give me a second. I'm talking. I told you, just go on your other one for now. Um, if I can get to the point, if I can streamline what I'm doing to a point where I can actually upload something every day, then I'm a step closer to that for sure. So that's the thought process here. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna slowly chip away at it. That's why I'm doing these tests. I've never taken the I guess the gamble to see if I can stream at anything higher than 720p, just because I've had so many issues with streaming in the past, like a lot of buffering and stuff, and I've tried different setups with like a computer with StreamYard, um, checked out OBS and stuff, and ultimately doing everything from my phone has still been the most productive thing, and that's why I've always done everything with my phone. Um, that's what you get here. You know, this is my phone right here that you see that I use for my videos. So I started YouTube using my phone. Then, I don't know how long it took till somebody introduced me to live streaming. Never knew I would actually. I don't think I had a desire to be a live streamer. It never really crossed my mind um, when I started doing YouTube and making videos. So, but yeah, so that's been a process. So I hadn't take the gamble because it seemed like 720p maybe there'd be less issues when I'm streaming. So my phone was at 100% when I started. 6 minutes in, I'm down to 90% charge. So chat it up. I'm gonna be chopping. I'll be watching the chat. Tactical MIDI, what's good, man? How's that MPC one going? How do you like the MPC one? I mean, you've had an MPC before, so you know. Oh shoot, I gotta turn on Do Not Disturb before I get a phone call and kicked out of here. Couple things you need to do before when you live stream with your phone. Things to consider is I turn the battery life or the screen brightness all the way down, and then turn on Do Not Disturb. My OBS don't let me use two 4K cameras. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about that. I need to do that too. I'll be too lazy to do the cuts. Oh yeah, yeah. You make some videos too, right? And so when you make a video, do you just do one long cut, like one long video, and just like do one take? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it is kind of lazy. Like this is my thought process too, because this app that I have will record my stream if I have enough space on my phone. If I don't have enough storage on my phone, which I currently don't, then it won't back up my stream. So if I have a lot of room, there's a checkbox for it. It says to like record, stream, and back it up. It'll put it on my phone. But yeah, man, that's the thing. Like if you do like even an hour long stream and you try to chop that up, that's a pain in the ass, really. So what I've done with some of my streams is I'll just play it off YouTube and hit the screen record. So I'll just cue it. I'll find the spot queued up, hit the screen record, and download that. So I'm dealing more with like 10 minutes of video footage rather than an hour, because that's a lot of scrubbing through to try to extract like a 5 minute video, or even like a YouTube short, like minute to minute less than, so um, MPC One Plus. I like all the extra buttons. Heck yeah, man. I love that MPC One myself. Honestly, when I've been talking about like wanting an MPC Mini, like I did that little post of that Live 2 mock-up. That would be cool, but like even the most ideal MPC would just be an MPC One with a built-in battery for me. And yeah, all the extra buttons are nice. But I thought I liked the plastic buttons, the clicky buttons, but I like the rubber ones now. So an MPC One with a battery and the upgraded rubber buttons, I think would be cool. I'm scared they feel like they don't last long in that clicky format. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how long I had. I probably had my one for a couple years. I didn't have any issues with it. But I do remember like the older MPCs, um, at least like the 1000. I had that for a long time. I didn't really have any issues, but that was a common thing that it would you would run into faulty buttons. But it's easy. Those are at least easy to open up. The one is not as easy, not as user friendly. It may not be so bad. It's just a bit intimidating because it has a lot of screws, and the way that it works is like you pull the back off, the bottom off instead of the top. With the 1000, you could pull the whole casing off the front, and then you got everything right there. Like I've changed out pads before, like the old single pad, individual pad sensors. With the help of MPC stuff in his videos, um, I've upgraded the whole pad set. I've upgraded the screen. Uh, I even put like that XL screen on it, and I'm not really like I'm like not intelligent in that. I'm not skilled in like electronics or nothing. I'm still not. I wouldn't be comfortable with soldering. Like I never really did that. I had like a brief class in my music production school that I went to where they were doing soldering, but I'm not even comfortable with that. So some people gotta like do the whole tack switch thing for the buttons, but I never came to that point. Like I just got the contact cleaner, and usually that'll do. Or sometimes there's like the little portions that go into the PCB board, the motherboard of the button. It has like these little feet. Sometimes it'll just break, and then it doesn't like fully push down or something like that. But yeah, like I bought a 1000 from Goodwill, like off this site for a pretty good price. That's the last one that I had, and I like customized it all and sold it, and that was my intent. But some of the buttons weren't working. All I did was I think I have this really, I don't know if I have it right at my disposal. I don't know. Someone asked me. I'll try to go on the desk and find it. I had it on the windowsill behind me. But really, it's just this, is it like WD-40 or something? There's a certain contact cleaner, and that's not WD-40, obviously, but for electronics and stuff. And it's oily, and messy. But that did it. That's enough to usually make the buttons work. I think maybe some people, I don't know. I think if you got soldering skills, you probably know better than whether it's just a solder job or a cleanup job. I do an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on how fast I come up with something. As far as a video or you stream? This world needs a hero. What's good, man? I have the OnePlus and the Line 3 hooked up to Ableton Link so I can record into Ableton on time. Is that what the new update? Yeah, man, you use a lot of different stuff, man. You're definitely like hybrid and all that. Have you been like tempted to just try doing something and just the Live 3 with all that power that you have, or what is it that you feel that you're missing that like doesn't fully convince you to go like stand alone? You know what I mean? So let's go on to MPC. I got this sample. It's pretty cool. Good. This was kind of just like it. There's some subtle differences. That Another part. All right, hold on. I gotta do this for my daughter. Bring up the family link app. Y'all got kids? I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, I got them on the tablets, the kids on the tablets. But I give them limited time and all that. And ask more time. And I reluctantly give it to them. All right. Probably won't even use this. Okay, so yeah, I don't use this convert no more. We're at 76% battery, 17 minutes. So I don't even use that convert. All these. Just go to slice. Do this. See, I really like that 16 level slice thing. The only thing about it that is not cool is you only get 16 slices, but you could just chop up, like take your longer loop that you're chopping and then cut it in half, maybe, or depending on how long it is. If it's like a 2-bar, maybe cut it in half. If it's 4 bars, maybe cut it in 4, and then just do slice points on those. Put them all on different pads and have them all in the same mute group, and then that's pretty cool. I think it's more efficient. I did a video on this whole feature. I think it's more efficient to have all your samples. So I just have them on. This is how I usually like working. So this like kind of hybrid workflow. This workflow has kind of, for me. Hold on a second. What's going on here? My workflow has kind of evolved into this because usually I'll chop something and have it on a different track, and that's one way that I usually go about things. Or another way that I go about things is just chop on the same kit that I have my drums, because I like to finger drum and sometimes I like to mess around with ideas. And so having the chops up here, and I usually do like a shift copy or just a copy pad thing, and then do my chops manually. But this is cool too because everything is right here, and then it's easily accessible. So pad mixer, like if I go here, I can send my IO out. So that's a dope thing because I've got like these pads. These pads are going to sub 2, and I have a sub mix over there with compression and like sending a mother ducker output, and then on these pads up here, I have the samples that are going out to sub 1, right? And so I also have this over here. That's why I moved this over because I can control my levels here. And then I have my drums here, right? So I like that. It's convenient. Everything's at my fingertips here. And so, yeah. Because I've got these faders set to the submixes. And then instead of like, because maybe you have like one portion of the samples for your intro and one's for like a hook or something. Just, you'll have it on 2 different programs, so you're navigating those there. This way you don't have to do that. You just pad and then, hit 16 levels and say you're doing your chops and exit it and do the other port. So the stream is looking pretty good, huh? I don't know if it's those of you who are usually in here, do you see much of a difference as far as the resolution? Because we're at 4K. I don't know if I probably won't need to do 26. I'll probably just move forward with like 1080p while I'm attempting to do this more streamlined video making process, content creating process. too much. Yeah, deoxide. That's the one I was trying to think of. That's what I have. I went full standalone during my stream this morning and came up with a full track on a Live 3. I even sang and used the, oh, dope. That's what's up, man. I'm going to have to go look for that. That's cool. You know, the time that I had the Live 3, I didn't even test the mic. I think I'll redo these drums. Let me redo this other half of this differently. For some variation. Shift, cut. Do this one. That makes a difference. You see, like on the surface, it kind of sounds like the same because this was this loop. Same general pattern, but slightly different. What's up? Your whole chat is watching me? That's crazy, bro. What's going on? You just watching me live? You're live right now and you're watching me? They said, how come we ain't collab? Oop. Let me do this. Put my TC on. Still messed up. Oh. Yeah, these two notes are off. Right? Hold up. Have you been streaming all day? Oh, that's what's up. That's crazy, man. Like, how many hours you been streaming? And that's what I was talking about earlier. It's talking about because you do this full time. I know you got a pretty decent sized channel and you do videos quite often. But do you do the thing where you kind of like extract videos from your live streams and turn into videos, or do you just like sit down and dedicate time to making a straight video? Because that's what I've been doing most of all. But I've been trying to think in this process of doing more like efficiently, so that I can move towards, you know, like posting more often and getting closer to making a decent, that's living, let's say, a decent income from this, so I can make some kind of transition, because that is ultimately still a goal. And I've been at this a while, just trying to like experimenting with different stuff to try to figure out what works. So this is my next experiment to see if I can be more productive. My time is just off. Bro, I think my time has been off since you said I've been watched by your whole stream. How many people, how deep you got your stream going over there? Check. Let me put the big boy headphones on. Okay. Check. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go for a bass line, maybe. See what key I'm in. F minor, is it? Join the stream? Like join the chat or what? Let's see. Cooking in FL, huh? I'm gonna just type some. What's up? Let's see, it's baseline. We'll go back and forth. I can't listen to what's going on in that stream though. So it'll come through in here. What's up, L Medimio? I still can't pronounce that. I'm gonna just call you L, right? Elme. Yes, a 4-year-old daughter. Yeah, I got my 4-year-old daughter here with me. I actually got 4 daughters, so 8 months through 8 years old. Gino Bands on the track. What's up? Damn, bro. So something's been streaming for 6 hours now? That's crazy, bro. So I know he don't have kids, right? I don't know. happening? Let everything mute just real quick. My bass track muted. Aaron Chandler, what's up, man? I think we got it. What's good? Thank you. I'm gonna get this as soon as this figure out what's going on with this bass line. Just somehow muted real quick. That's weird. Maybe I'll just reload the same key group. I did it. This needs to be tightened up a bit. Messing up. I'm over here watching my fingers on the screen while I'm trying to finger drum. That's probably not the smoothest idea. Appreciate them fire emojis, bro. Let's see. Check. Mic check. Yeah. What I'm supposed to do? Turn your head. Okay, what's the date today? This is my new naming convention. Unless I come up with a hook. I keep it straight informational when it comes to my naming. I remember when I first started making beats and stuff, I would just come up with the weirdest titles for beats. You know, this is when I was like working in FL Studio, and there'd just be some crazy names based off of whatever the beat sounded like or something. And nah, this is more useful, I feel like, when I just date them. And for a long time I would date them month, day, then year. But then I've realized within the last probably year or so, maybe less, that if I put the year first, then it's going to be much easier to dig through stuff that I've made, because I'll just type in the search bar, I'll type in the year, and I just do, like, for 2026, I'll do 26, and then February 02, still February, right? 02, and then today's the 13th, and that's it. And then, like, if I come up with, like, a hook right here, then I'll title it a hook. And then instead of saving it in my my beat projects folder, I'll go in and save it into, what is my songs project folder. So these ones actually got, most of them do, have actual names based off of whatever the hook is. So we'll see. You don't even see that? Yeah. But the stream's been good so far, it looks like. It's crazy. Maybe it could just be the situation, like, because I've had buffering and stream dropouts with 720p, and just so happens to be that everything's been normal as far as that goes. So these last two streams, and I'm at 1080p and 2160 or 4K, I guess, which is news to me. I didn't know 2160p was 4K. I never really dealt with that. So, Drekka Beast, what's up? Yeah. If I did one more note on that at the end of that bass line, it kind of sound like some Bay Area stuff, and then maybe instead of these drums, put some like 808 style claps and stuff. kind of feel like doing something different today. Oh. Check this out. Ooh, sorry. Let me do something here with these drums, though. Appreciate that, Drecka. What up, Ali Star? Let's see, automation. I'm in OPX4 right now. I never really mess with this. This is the main way I like to use synths, though, is just like a lead for flavor. It's like the only time. I have no idea what I'm doing with this synth. Unit 1 was good. Hell no, just go through a different preset. I'm on leads, right? Yeah. Dr. Doom. All right, so looks like my phone is overheating now. I'm at 25%, been live for just under an hour. So yeah, I don't think I need to stream in 2160p. No one has really commented on how it looks any better. And it just seems like it's gonna end up draining my phone a lot faster and overheating it. So I think I'll rock with 1080p for this next